Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on E.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return, and the Lions will take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now P-Ryan, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They go play action with Ryan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
To throw again on second down. Ryan, he gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward. On
second down and 4. Ryan, and that's complete to Gates. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Mike 8280, 25.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Samaje Perine, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. Allen going to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here comes Grant on the return.
Let's go,
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Ryan. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And now it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Ryan. And Amendola with a catch. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
And ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he would end up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Alec Ogletree in on the stop. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Ryan. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Grant. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Lions. 48 yards. Now it's Ryan. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely... And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On second down, here's Fournette. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Grant. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go back to Grant. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Now Leonard Fournette. Fournette is in trouble, and he goes down to the end zone. 2 points, that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And our focus now moves on to Larry Fitzgerald. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Here's Ryan, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Allen now on first down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To the air, Allen. And brought in by the tight end Cook. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Allen now looks to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He gets it to Matthews, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Clay that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's got it to Matthews, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Allen. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Jason Pierre-Paul picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Throwing now is Allen. They're caught by Jerron Brown. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Defense wins championship, baby.
This is Grant. Big hold of the 30. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time.
Come on, baby.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On second down, it's Grant looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On third down, Grant. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Lions, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season.
EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.